worried
Yes.
over 7 billion pesos in unpaid bills of patients, some of whom were sponsored by the losing candidates in the 2025 midterm elections. And to talk more about this, we have Private Hospitals Association of the Philippines, or PAPI president, Dr. Jose De Grano. Good afternoon, doctor. Thanks for making time for us.
Yes, good afternoon
Hi,
Good
po.
afternoon, sir.
Doctor.
Long time no see. We haven't seen you since the
Yeah,
pandemic.
okay nga.
Oo nga eh.
I
Good
know.
Yes, hindi
afternoon,
na COVID
Doctor.
Dati puro
hindi na COVID
pandemic.
pinag-uusapan natin, Doc.
Yes.
Ano ba yan? Fiscal transparency na. Sir, 7 billion, over 7 billion pesos in unpaid bills of patients just within 40% of the private hospitals in the country, which I think amounts to about 480 hospitals. Tama po ba?
Actually, there are around 1,200 private hospitals sa country, And we were able only to get around an estimate for around 40 plus hospitals, private hospitals. So actually, that is a very conservative estimate, the 7 billion that they owe us. Yes.
But how does it work, sir? Is it like you treat patients based on the promissory letters that are underwritten by these politicians? Is that how
Yes,
it works?
they are being given already, usually guarantee letters. These are the guarantee letters given. Sorry. I have to...
Yan, sir, ang medical assistance for indigent.
Yes,
Financially
they're supposed to be
incapacitated patients.
given. The patients are given the GLs. They are supposed to be guarantee letters. And this, let's say there is an amount stated there na nakalagay 3,000 or 5,000, and then they can use that for paying for medications, for hospital services, laboratories, even professional fees of the doctors. And that is for services that are not covered, perhaps by PhilHealth, etc. So to cover the other out-of-pockets of the patients. And these are supposed to be covered by funds under the MAIPIP, or Medical Assistance for Indigent
For indigent. Financially.
financially incapacitated patients.
Yeah.
Kahit hindi ka indigent, if you cannot pay, halimbawa, hirap ka dahil you're a senior, you're a PWD, you don't have the means para bumayad talaga, then you can use the MAIF fund. Yeah. Yun po. And then some of our members are now, they are worrying na baka mamaya, natalo yung aming, yung mga party list yung mga and then paano masisingil to. But then upon asking some people there in the Department of Health, they say that there is supposed to be a fund already, and then kahit sino makaupo, then supposedly these are the GLs should be covered. They will pay us. The only thing that is the problem is they are supposed to pay us within 60 days upon the a receipt of the GLs. And now some of our hospitals are asking for even 2023 and 2024 bills. And so that's it. So that's why they are worried. Bakit biglang nagkaroon ng election, parang natigil, nahinto yung payment nitong ating mga MAIPIP funds po.
Doc, anong role ng Department of Health dyan sa mga utang na yan? Sila ba yung nangongolekta? Sila ba yung kumakausap? Meron ba silang counterpart dyan pag sakaling hindi nabayaran? Ano yung role nila para maunawaan ng ating tigapakinig?
Supposedly, itong MAIF fund, may allocation yan. I think sa GAA, meron talaga allocation. Pinapasa nila yan sa Department of Health. At gagamitin nga ito ng Department of Health to pay back. Halimbawa, yung private hospitals kasi hindi kaya ng mga government facilities sa private hospitals pumupunta, binibigyan nila ng parang itong mga ating mga party list representatives, congressmen, etc. ay may authorization sila magbigay ng GLs, or guarantee letters. And then the guarantee letters, babalik nyo sa DOH, and then DOH supposedly, babalik sa amin, babayaran kami within 60 days. Meron kami pinipirmahan, the private hospitals, meron po kami pinipirmahan dyan na parang Memorandum of Understanding or Agreement, MOA, with the regional offices of the DOH, like the CHDs, or Centers for Health Development ang tawag nila ngayon. These are regional offices. At during dun sa MOA na yan, it states there na mag-i-issue nga ng GL and then they have to pay us within 60 days. Ayun.
So Doc, yung DOH
Dr. Kailan-
ang mataas ang responsibility dyan. DOH ang pinakamalaki ang responsibility.
Yes. Actually, I have
Disbursing.
I have messaged already our good Secretary of Health and sabi niya, okay, we'll look into that. Sabi niya, he has instructed the USEC in charge of it to look into that, bakit ganon, And then yon, hopefully, after this, kasi parang umalis si Secretary, nasa Geneva, I think, So, we'll wait kung anong mangyayari po dun sa namin. Hopefully, naman, mababayaran kami. Opo.
Doktor, may idea ba kayo kung ilang mga politiko yung mga baka hindi makapagbayad?
Hindi naman talaga po personal sa kanila yan, Kasi
Yes.
ito fund ng MAIF. Pero meron pa pong iba na different naman ito, personal nila na GLs.
Yeah.
Ito kasing mga ganun governor, mayor, congressmen, senators, meron silang funding. This, iba pa po yan sa MAIF. Yun ang nakakatakot po. Mahirap yun singilin. Kasi baka wala.
Kailan pa yung Kailan pa yung MAIF?
Actually, sabi
Kailan pa nag-umpisa yung MAIF?
2014 pa daw yan. But then, nakita ko kasing circular or galing kay I think Dr. Duque pa yon 2020. And then, MAIF pa
2020.
before. Yes, MAIF. Naging MAIPIP to. Naging MAIP.
MAIF, yes. Oo, kasi binanggit ko lang, Doktor, kasi sinabi ni Toby Chanko na isa daw yan sa mga ginamit ng House leadership, di naman niya pinangalanan, at tinakot daw yung ibang mga congressmen na pag hindi pumirma sa impeachment, hindi daw ipaparelease sa DOH yung MAIP. At actually, nangyari nga daw na hindi nga na-release, may mga lumapit daw kay Toby Chanko na mga congressmen nagrereklamo na hindi nga daw ni-release on orders of the House leadership, kaya dinala pa daw niya sa atensyon ni President Marcos. Nag-utos pa daw si President Marcos sa DOH na i-release nga. Pero medyo kulang pa rin pala yung na-release.
Baka po, alam mo, for 2025, I think ang allocation nila is around 26 billion. Dinagdagan nila ng another 14 billion plus. So mga around 41 billion na ngayon yung funding na yan. Hopefully it can cover yung mga pagkukulang nila for the past years.
Doc, ano pong pinagkaiba ng MAIP sa pork barrel? Kasi it sounds like a soft pork barrel to me.
Parang the ghost of a pork barrel.
And then it's 2014 na na-establish ang MAIP, which is a year after the pork barrel was ruled illegal, unconstitutional by the Supreme Court.
Kaya nga It has the...
Hindi natin alam po kung ano yon, kung paano nila... Actually, ang sinasabi nga po na iba, baka mamaya yung mga kaya nila dinifund ang PhilHealth ay yung funding supposedly didirekta na nila.
Hindi nila dyan.
Didirekta na nila, no? Hindi na padadaanin sa PhilHealth.
So it will sound more politically more politically vulnerable kasi mas hawak ng congressman sa party list.
Election period.
Kayo talaga.
Doc,
Yun kasi sinasabi nila. Kasi para kasing itong MAIP, parang nakita nila na for the past several months, humina yung availment ng yung PhilHealth po, ang funding nila sa PhilHealth halos nawala. Then tumaas naman itong funding sa MAIP. Ganun, no?
By how much, sir? By how much?
I don't know.
ito na yung 41 billion, I think that he's saying. 41 billion for this year, correct?
For this year po, 41.
Pero gano'n kalaki po tinaas kung 41 this year? That's an increase of how much from last year, before?
14 billion from last year, I think.
Dinagdagan daw ng 14 billion.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Itong
Sa zero yung subsidy sa PhilHealth, dinagdagan niyang tapos nagkaroon ng, meron pa yung, that's apart from the AICS, yung AICS, dahil nandun naman yung Malasakit Center. Iba pa rin yun.
DSWD po yan. DSWD po yan.
Iba pa rin
Yung
siya.
agency na naglalabas niyan. It's not DOH.
Iba pa yun
Doc,
sa
meron bang assessment yung association nyo tungkol dito sa facility na ito? Ano yung mga dapat baguhin? Ano yung dapat i-strengthen? Meron ba kayong ganyang klaseng assessment para hindi lang kayo parang binabagsakan o inuutangan, kung hindi kayo ay active participant sa management nitong ganitong klaseng facility?
Kasi po, nung unang ilabas yan, natutuwa yung mga hospitals, mas mabilis eh. Hindi katulad ng PhilHealth, ang dami yung isasabit, ang tagal ng processing, etc. Ganon. Di ba? Meron pang bigla sasabihin siya, denied yung claims mo, return to hospital, ang daming. Pero nung dumating po itong MAIP, mabilis, Supposedly, within 60 days, babayaran agad kami. Kasi these are guarantee letters. Submit nyo lang yung guarantee letter together with the documents na kailangan nila. Babayaran kayo within 60 days. But then, recently nga po, yun ang naging problem. Biglang, teka, bakit na-delay yung payment? Hanggang to the point na medyo nag-worry na ngayon ng mga hospitals. Bakit medyo tumataas na ata ang siyempre, for smaller hospitals, nahihirapan sila kasi mawalan kayo ng, halimbawa, nag-spend kayo ng 1 to 2 million. Pangsweldo na po yun sa mga empleyado. Nahihirapan sila sa kanilang operational expenses. Opo.
Nasaan yung problema, Doc? Dun sa mga guarantee letter concept itself o sa DOH itself o pareho?
Palagay ko,
nasaan yung bara?
Palagay ko ang bara doon yung pag-release po. Pag-release. Bakit napepending yung release? Supposedly nasa kanila na yung funds. Kasi allocated.
Ngayon lang ba nangyari yan? Doctor, ngayon lang kayo naka-experience ng delay dyan sa MAIP?
Ito pong last year po, from 2024, medyo humina o medyo sabi na nati-delay. Bakit medyo parang hindi mabilis ngayon ang pagbabayad? And then umabot na nga po sa first quarter of 2025 before the elections. Opo.
So nangyari yan during the leadership of Secretary Herbosa. Baka kinakailangan niyang gawing mas effective. Baka kung magkaroon ng cabinet revamp, baka mauna siya.
Okay, well, okay.
Kasi sa totoo lang, nung sabihan namin si Secretary, ang bilis na response niya, okay, I'll instruct the USEC to look into this. And that was a few days ago lang. And then hopefully, magkakaroon ng sagot yung within this week, yung USEC. Opo.
Yeah. Doc, the ones that are, okay, so that's my FIP. Pero yung the ones that are underwritten personally by the politicians, ano yung backlog doon? How much yung utang ngayon? And sino-sino yung, who are the biggest names there?
Actually, wala po kaming data on that. Kasi ang nagreklamo po lang is yung mga may maipip. Pero meron kaming personal na in some of our hospitals na kilala ko, nung natalo yung lembawa, yung mayor, meron siyang kanyang foundation na pinapatakbo during his term. Biglang nung matalo siya, ang hirap maningil, na pending yung payment. Until mabuti kung yung sumunod sa kanya ay nagbayad. But then it will take years bago niya ma-fully kasi sabihin niya, hindi ko naman hindi ko pagkakautang ito. Pagkakautang yan ng previous administration. So ayun po ang palagay ko, mas worrisome yun.
I was gonna say mas delikado yun because with my FIP, okay, matagal yung pagbayad pero at least there's a fixed program for it. Theoretically, they've set aside the money. Pero the ones that are being underwritten personally by the politicians in exchange, presumably, for support for votes, yun yung medyo delikado. And I wanted to find out if we have a ballpark figure of how much that is.
Sorry, wala po kaming gano'n. But
Okay.
we'll try to ask.
Okay. Sige,
Pero
sir.
di ba, Doc, ang guarantee letters kasi ay guaranteed ng gobyerno.
Supposedly
Guaranteed
po.
yan ng Department of Hindi yan guaranteed ng mga politicians.
Yes,
Parang facility yan na
Oo.
ginagamit nila. Pero bottom line, yan ay ang guarantor niyan ay yung gobyerno, specifically yung Department of
Department
Health.
of Health. Yes.
Oo.
Okay. And then the MOA is between us, the private hospitals, and the CHD or the Center for Health Development on that region. Let's say on our part, it's Region 4 and our hospitals.
Ano kahit ginagamit yan ng mga politiko, ang pinanggagalingan yan ay yung
Fund pa rin
gobyerno.
ng government.
Specifically Department
Still the
of Health.
budget. Oo.
Parang pork barrel nga.
Kaya may problema talaga pag pinapasukan ng politiko eh.
So, tinanggal
Hirap
yung
talaga yung
PhilHealth
mapagana eh.
subsidy. Mm-mm.
Oh.
So now we are tracking where
Kaya
it was
imbis na
moved.
na depoliticize sana under PhilHealth, pag pinasukan ng endorsement ng politiko, lahat nagkakaproblema eh.
Halimbawa, alam ko si
Speaking-
Senator Ping Lacson ay walang guarantee letters.
Wala siyang
Ibig sabihin, para sa kanya kasi parang pork barrel yan. At dahil laban siya sa pork barrel, kahit siya hindi niya ginagamit yan. So may mga ganung mga
Turo mo sa
politiko na hindi
PhilHealth.
ginagamit yan.
Pero it's the use of guarantee letters are rampant. If you go online, may mga Facebook groups no na yung mga humihingi ng tulong for
Yeah.
medical expenses. Kilalang kilala na yung mga names that you can go to ask
Yeah.
for these guarantee letters, right? On the Senate
And they
level.
will take credit for it, ha?
Oo.
The politicians will take credit for it. Kaya akala ng mga tao, personal na tulong yun eh.
Oo. Speaking of PhilHealth, sir,
Yeah, yan ang ano.
I wonder, how much is may utang pa ba ang PhilHealth sa PAPI, sa Private Hospitals Association of the Philippines, or sa member hospitals?
Marami pa po actually, pero these are yung mga denied claims at saka return to hospitals na during the COVID period. Pero for the past several months, mabilis na yung turnover, mabilis na ang payment nila ng mga current accounts po. Yung current accounts. Okay na
Pero,
po.
Dok, ang tagal na ng COVID period eh. Ibig sabihin na
Oo
so
nga
what
eh.
happens
Yes.
to those denied claims?
Yes, actually meron silang program ngayon na yung mga denied claims na filed beyond 60 days, babayaran daw nila yan from 2018 to 2024. And that's worth around 8 billion.
Oh.
And we'll just,
That's denied claims?
there is a reconciliation of the ang mga claims namin. And then they are supposed to pay the 8 billion after 6 months. Opo.
But Dok, that's a
Okay,
huge
about
amount
these
of money.
COVID claims, Doc, may mga utang pa during
Pero
the
po-
COVID. Ngayon, may sinasabi na pabalik daw uli ang COVID. Totoo ba yun? No? Hindi pa nababayaran yung dating mga utang sa COVID. Ngayon, nagsisimula na uling dumami. Dagdag na utang na naman yan. Pero totoo ba yun, Doc, na nagsisimula na naman dumami ang COVID?
Actually, meron pong, hindi naman nawala eh. Hindi po nawala yan. Mga sporadic lang cases, 1 or 2 or 3 cases in a month, even in a month. Kasi wala kasi tayong routine, routine testing. So kahit sabihin nyo na eto ang symptoms ko para akong may COVID, ganyan, hindi natin natetest. So we cannot say na, okay, konti ang cases o walang cases or maraming cases. Kasi hindi talaga routine.
Doktor, nabanggit niyo na rin lang COVID. May problema pa rin ba kayo sa staffing? Kasi at the height of COVID, napalaking problema ng mga hospitals, nawawala yung mga nurses, kulang ng health professionals. Hanggang ngayon ba nagpe-persist yung problemang yan?
For the past siguro month po or more than a month, medyo marami nang tayong pumapasok na bagong nurses. Maraming pumasa. So, hindi na masyadong problem yan.
Okay, that's good to
Ang
hear.
problem po
Okay.
natin ay yung pagpasweldo sa mga nurses. Kukumpit tayo Kukumpit tayo sa ibang bansa. Opo.
But very quickly, Doc, why can't the private hospitals, at least yung private, just increase the wages?
Actually, kaya po yan ng mga level 2, level 3. We can compete and we can compare or be with the government. They are giving at least 35,000 to the nurses. Pero sa small hospitals, hindi po kaya talaga yan. Hindi kaya kasi services na binibigay nila ay hindi nila kaya. Otherwise, biglang tataas po lahat ng hospitalization cost ng ating pasyente.
Fair enough. Okay, well, we will leave that there. Thank you so much for your time and your insights today. Private Hospitals Association of the Philippines President, Dr. Jose De Grano. Salamat po, sir.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Salamat, Doc.
Thank you, Doctor.